So this past weekend, I met my bio mom for the first time. It was the most surreal experience I ever had in my life. As soon as we saw each other, I got a video of it. As soon as we saw each other, she just started crying. And I didn't. I felt like there was no connection at all. But she was crying. She hugged me and kept saying sorry, sorry, sorry. And I'm sitting here 37 years old. I got a business. I got my wife, my kids. My kids are basically teenagers, except for my youngest one. My youngest one who's in a wheelchair. My youngest one who's blind. And my mom is baffled, shocked. Kept holding his hand. She felt bad. And before I went there, I knew my son would have an impact. And I wanted him to have an impact. Because I was mad. I was frustrated. But it felt oddly comforting being there. The people felt familiar. The food, oh man, the Spanish rice, it was good. Damn, it was the best Spanish rice I ever had, straight up. And the people were nice, we were talking, you know. But nobody said congratulations. Nobody said they were proud of me. There was a moment where my bio mom looked at me and said, "Did you graduate high school?" Eager to kind of hear me, right? My response. And I looked at her and I said, "I have 2 degrees in accounting, business." And she was like, shocked. And that's when she proceeded to tell me what she did for a living. And she collects cans, bro. And I remember being in a financial district when I was working accounting before I got into business. So I only had like investments at this time. And it was me and a group of my colleagues. We were in the financial district and we were just trying to get lunch. And we were getting ready to walk inside the office. And then the guard that stood by the door of the building, the office building, kind of brushed aside this guy who was collecting cans. Had a cart full of cans. He's like, "Oh, sorry, fellas, I didn't mean for them for him to get too close to you." And I'm sitting there in my business suit. Me and my colleagues were like, "Yeah, good, man. It was kind of close." You know what I'm saying? And it just brought me back to that moment, man. Like, whoa. Never would have imagined that if I didn't end up a foster kid, that would have been all she knew. That would have been what she taught me to do. And I got into finance and the business because I wanted to be that guy. Straight up. I'm not even playing, man. Like, I watched Wall Street movie and I was like, "Oh, that's me, baby. I want to be in a suit. I want to, you know what I mean? Look good, right?" And just, I love that archetype. And I pursued it my whole life ever since I saw it on a movie. And now I'm basically that guy, except, you know, I don't work at a corporate. I built my own shit now, but so it's a little different. But at one point in the middle of my accounting career, I essentially was that guy. And it just brought me back to that moment, man. But I think it brought closure in the sense that I no longer feel bitter with the fact that I was abandoned when I was younger. I feel free of that now. I feel like it was obviously the best move, the best play for me to be a foster kid. Because I'm way better off, man. Way better off. And I'm grateful for the experience of being in foster care. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all the foster parents that taught me lessons, that told me to don't do that, stay away from that, make sure you don't do that. That always rolled my eyes because I was an angry, frustrated foster kid. And I'm grateful for all that now. 100%. There is no doubt. I'm a better human being because I went through foster care. And I hope my mom, if she sees this, I hope you find peace. And understand that peace comes with me not being there. Because things are just different. But, yeah. I don't regret anything. You know, things happen the way they did, and that's just how it is. So, yeah. I think that's all I have to say. Peace.